putting together an African-inspired space, one can never go wrong with hides, skins, bones and weavings to create an earthy look and feel.
The inspiration behind this particular home is the large kind of feel that we wanted to create, so that you come home to a very calm, relaxing, inviting kind of environment with very little use of color, and we used a lot of nature-inspired elements throughout the whole house, and a very relaxing and calming sort of color palette was used throughout the whole house. We've touched a lot on greens, just to warm it up and just so that we don't have a bland palette that's all browns and creams and neutrals. So the color I would say that we decided to bring in is a lot of the elements and the monotones of green, and then bringing a lot of black accents as well as the white, just to uplift a lot of the brown and sort of earthy cream tones. So the style is modern African inspiration. The modern African inspiration that you'll see throughout the elements that we brought in is a lot of the horns that you could see as a focal point, and that was a brief again from the client that he was very specific, that's what he wanted to bring into the space. We've played a lot on textures and different materials and patterns that we brought into the space, and the inspiration just being relaxed and inviting. As you enter the house, we wanted to really bring in the pop of the drama with the black sort of rug and the darker sort of accessories, and also the artwork and the fabrics and everything that was used. From the entrance, we wanted to kind of tie it in with the lounge and the living spaces. So the layout in the living room has been quite a challenge, because initially when this house was designed, it's an old home that we've renovated. So there was a lot of spaces that was opened up and walls were broken down. So we had to kind of incorporate the dining as well as the main lounge and the patio into one space. And that being said, the best way was to divide it was with the two sofas. So it's why we decided to put them back to back, and then you kind of creating a bit of a screen which defines the areas. A lot of the accessories and ornaments that were brought into this home was, I think, to highlight from the natural sort of wood feel that you've got that's quite dull and bland. So that's why we wanted to highlight and uplift it with a lot of the metallics that we brought into the accessories and the vases. I would say 80% of the furniture that we've customized in this house has been designed from scratch and designed with the client. You know, so sizing, fabrics, colors, all of those things we manufacture, and we actually put that whole scheme together. So the main bedroom was play on touches of natural sort of leather, a lot of brown elements, a lot of earthy tones, and then the sort of African inspiration on the scatter cushion that just kind of brings all the colors together. The brick walling that you can see at the back, again, just brings a bit of character, brings a bit of interest. You'll see we didn't use a lot of wallpaper throughout this whole house because we wanted to keep it as earthy as possible. And then walking into the bathroom, the main bathroom, touches of black and white to kind of uplift the space. The sort of bone inlay dresser chair is my absolute favorite in the bathroom. This particular bedroom was a concept that the client actually wanted to bring out, which is a lot more feminine, I'd say, than the other room, which you'll see is a lot more masculine. The color palette of the green being brought through in there, keeping it calm, touches of charcoal, and again, just throwing the luxury and the softness on the bed with the scatters and the throws.
There's nothing like coming home to a space that boasts some of the things you love. Alicia's clients didn't look far from home for inspiration, and the results, African sophistication.